Welcome all of you to the MANvFAT Swansea Season 2 Awards presentation. Thank you all for coming down. Any of you that are new here tonight, just to introduce ourselves, I'm the coach Ben, and these are the two player facilitators of the league, David, and the newly appointed Hywel. I just want to start off by saying thank you to these two boys for the amazing amount of support they provide to me each and every week. They stop me rambling, they stop me getting too excited and trying to plan far too much too soon, and they are absolute credit to the league. We couldn't run it without their support, so thank you to those two boys. Also thank you to everybody in the events team. Huge source of support in there as well. Everything that we put out there, especially yourself, the 11s, the climate pen van, everything that we do that's extra to this league is coming from them, so thank you to the members of the events team. Thank you to the venue, thank you to Craig and Carl for putting on such a class venue for us each week, allowing us to do things like this. I said that, and I think Carl's gone, isn't he? There he is. There he is. Thank you to the guys who get all of the abuse each and every week that allow us to play our footballs in, Chickenhead and Kev, the refs. And thank you to all you boys, the players. I'm absolutely humbled each and every week, as the three of us are, to have a front row seat to all of your journeys and everything that you're going through. Thank you for just simple things like the attendance is amazing each and every week. You turn out in force, so committed, so consistent, and it's incredible to see. So thank you, all of you. Yeah, thank you, boys. We've got a lot of awards to rattle through. We're going to take it in turns between the three of us presenting. There's a lot of these guys here that David and Hywel know a lot better than I do, so I'm going to pass it over to them for those awards. We're going to start with the best keeper of the season. So the nominations for that were Chris Carter from the Blacks, Brett Johnston from the Blues, Slug from the Whites, Dan Griffiths from the Reds, who came along and rocketed straight into the vote, and obviously Matt Evans from the Blues. It was close between all of you. It was quite evenly split at 20, 21, 22% each. But the winner of best keeper of the season, unfortunately, isn't here. He's from the Blues, and is Mr. Brett Johnston.
Just represent Hywel with his attire for this evening. If you'd like to put that on.
I'm going to do that if that's okay. Yeah?
For the next award, over to the fish.
Wow. Thank you.
Sorry, man. Sorry. It is ultimately my fault, sorry.
Yeah, I'll do something about that in season 3, don't worry. I got the honour of presenting Defender of the Season. Can I do this without the fish on it? I'll put it back on, I promise. But just, you know,
when the kids in school are for, but no,
that's probably already there. That's a quick one. Best defender. So Clayton, Dan Clarkson, Kyle, Ryan, and Mark Harlett. You've all been voted as the top defenders, and we have to pick one. So, plain and simple, the person who has won it, I know personally, and in my opinion, he is the brick wall of the team that he plays for. I'm going to give it away now, but pretty plain simple. Without him, I would be the aimless chicken on the pitch every single one. I'm so used to having his rollickins every single game, where he'll tell me exactly where I need to be, and I think a lot of the team appreciate it. So, as you said, as I've already dropped it there, Kyle.
Smile, man. Jesus Christ.
I'll put it back on now. I'll put it back on.
For that. I'm surprised you didn't start walking at that.
Okay, so your best finisher of the season nominations are Carl Williams, Dan Landick, CJ Richards, Carl Mayo, and Ricky Griffiths. So the winner has got over 50% of the votes. The others were very close as well, but scored an incredible 35 goals, gets to the halfway line and defenders fear for their lives, I think. Finishing with unstoppable power and accuracy, Mr. Carl Williams.
Fat fighters.
Well done, Carl. Right then, boys. Next one is most improved player of the season. All 5 class nominations for this, all deserving of it. We've got Griff from the Greens, Chris Shaw from the Yellows, Andrew Francis Davis from the Yellows, Shahi from the Reds, and Corey from the Whites. It was close between 4 of you, but the winner did run away with it, almost 40% of the vote. He's grown from a young, shy, timid man this season into someone who is front and centre every single week, always offering to help us out. The amount of messages that we get behind the scenes about, can I do this for you, can I do that for you, anything you need, let me help. On the pitch, he's gone from a shy, retiring young man, a little bit afraid to get stuck in, and now he's just out there running rings around everybody, putting it through your legs, megging everybody that he can find. Yeah, he's someone that we've all grown to massively care about in this league, and the most improved player is Corey Davis. Right then, boys. So we got the best moment of the season. I was, in particular, very much looking forward to this one. The feedback and the comments on this one were always brilliant to read through. We had our first 11s match versus Fat Boys Food Club, which was a hell of a success. We had Mr. Carl Mayo's inspirational video where he got himself out for a run in the middle of the rain and just told us all to get straight back on it. We had the 3 positive affirmations challenge that was coined the Night of 1,000 Tears. We had Mr. Hywel being subbed on for his first MANvFAT goal by his yellow team. We had the penny van climb, and then of course we had Ricky Griffiths' Why Always Me t-shirt. There were second place was Carl Mayo's inspirational video with 20% of the vote. Well done to him. Thank you for that. First place, I'm sure none of you will be shocked. It was one of the greatest nights of not just Man versus Swansea, but I think a lot of our lives. Just the honesty and the candour with how everyone shared. Some things it felt like a lot of boys opened up and shared that they might not have shared for many years. They might not have talked about for the rest of their lives. That evening, that welling up, I feel like it cemented our culture. It cemented what we are as no more than a football league. We are a family. We are a community that all care and look after each other. Yeah, so the best moment of the season, there's not really anyone other than all of you boys to present the award to, was obviously the Night of 1,000 Tears. So linking into that award, boys, the clubman of the season. Again, a close run thing. Unfortunately, we could only crown one of you this season. We did 3 last season. It went down to one of you. Nominations were Hywel, Shahi Ahmed, David Rees, Daniel Hunt, who does so much work for us behind the scenes that's unsung, and Clayton Holloway. It was close between the 2 of you. It could have gone either way. I was watching the vote coming in. It was really interesting. It was swinging back and forth between 2 of you. The winner of this is one of the most motivating men that I've ever met. I think every single person on his team would say that he's the reason that they're still here. He's the reason they keep going. He was also the man who, so many times this season, when we've come up with an idea or we've wanted something to happen in our league and we've been a little bit tentative, a little bit wary, is it going to work, is it going to happen? He's the man that often just comes steaming in with a size 12s on and kicks the barrier down and gets things rolling. He was the man who started the Night of 1,000 Tears and got us all sharing. The clubman of the season is Mr. Clayton Holloway. Thank you, pal.
Thank you.
Well done.
Deserved.
Thank you, boys.
Don't cry. All right.
It's going to be on marketplace by the end of
Okay, so Clayton's up for another award here. So biggest supporter of the season: Clayton Holloway, Hywel Pugh, Shahi Ahmed, Carl May, and Aaron Harris. Again, very close vote. This gentleman, I know quite well. He's someone there who has been there and been constantly there for us all. Messages, organising football games, attending football games. I think he plays every night of the week. Doing weight loss advice, doing well, being advice, being my vice captain as well, giving advice and troubleshooting things. Just don't mention Megs or eggs, okay? It was the Shahi Ahmed.
Where's the camera?
Nice shot. Oh, man.
Play of the season for the scales. I won't lie, this guy is weighed in the first week and has rocketed at every single milestone within that season. He hit the 5% and is already halfway to his 10%. He did the same at the 15% and has managed to hit 20% during the cup. Something that's never been seen before. He's lost weight 13 consecutive weeks and has managed to shift over 26 kilos in the process. What a man. I present to you Benji Dord.
The next award is for the player of the season on the pitch, and the nominations were Chris CJ Jones from the black team, CJ Richards from the yellow team, Benji Dord from the yellows, Carl Williams from the reds, and Kyle Robinson from the yellows. All players have been a pleasure to watch this season, but one in particular has stood out for everybody who has voted him as the best player in the league. The best way I can describe him is that he has the feet of Lionel Messi and Lee Trundle, the power of Cristiano Ronaldo and Chris O'Leary, the leadership of Roy Keane and Ashley Williams, and the tenacity of N'Golo Kante and Leon Britton. It's Mr. Carl Williams.
The next award I'm presenting is my Player Facilitator High Five Award. The Player Facilitator High Five Award is a tough one for me in one respect. There's so many people I'd love to mention, but this one person really stuck in my mind for how welcoming he's been, not only via WhatsApp and on the pitch, but also on socials. One instance I remember is during the Espresso Yourself walk. He took time. He was speaking to my son, and every time now that I go and play football, my boy asks me whether this person is going to be there. He met him for 5 minutes. His infectious laugh and the time and effort he puts into people just makes them feel special and welcome. You can't ignore him. So my Player Facilitator High Five Award goes to Joe Gear. Well done, mate.
The next award is called the Player Facilitator High Five Award. So myself and Hywel have been given the opportunity to choose someone who's made a real impact this season, and this person really has. So he's been a hugely influential member who's been here since the beginning. He's also positive and looking out for others, helping and listening. Selflessly brought along some refreshments for our first 11s game, and I think his video where he was out in the rain running and just giving a bit of a pep talk to everybody really sort of set the benchmark and changed the culture, or started to change the culture at least, for us to sort of start talking about how things were going for us, negatives, positives, the 3 affirmations and the bonus goals and the food chats followed shortly afterwards. So it really kick-started that movement in a way. He's just sort of always there, superb footballer. My vote for goal of the season as well against the Reds, Mr. Carl May. It is my pleasure to present the next award to the top scorer. So this is all based on the scales. So you get points every week for weight loss, hat-tricks, and milestones. So this person has had a perfect season. So out of the possible points that he could have scored, he has hit every single one. He's got 100% perfect season. Lost weight for 14 weeks running. Hit the 5% mark, 10%, and even hit the 15%, which will carry over to next season. He's lost 16 kilograms this season alone. He's a real good guy and a model of consistency and a benchmark for all of us. Came into that season with this mindset of, I am going to get this award, actually. You know, I'm going to really focus on my attitude towards food and my consistency and my weight loss. Absolutely smashed at the park. Mark Hallett.
The next award is for the biggest loser. Plain simple, we all know. Benji, I've known you for about 15 to 20 years. And truthfully, had I known that I was going to be presenting 2 awards to you tonight, I'd have stashed some secrets or some stories away just to be able to put some little embarrassing anecdotes about you. But luckily for you, even if I could remember any, you've got a lot more on me than I have on you. 26 kilos in 13 weeks. That's an amazing achievement, mate. You should be so proud. We're all proud of you. It's so motivating for us all as well, because we know that if you can do it, it's there for us as well. We can do it too. Well done, brother. Well done, Benji.
Our next award of the evening, chaps, is the MANvFAT Swansea Season 2 Pitch Team of the Season. So this was made up of 7 guys. The first 4 were the already voted for pitch awards in Best Keeper, Best Defender, Best Finisher and Most Improved Player. Last season we had 7 players, so we wanted to have 7 again this season to keep it consistent. How did we come up with the other 3 players in the team? David has been working incredibly hard, keeping track of every single man of the match nomination from every captain of every match this season, compiling an extensive spreadsheet and just keeping track of the boys who received the most man of the match nominations from the opposition team. Those 3 players with the highest man of the match nominations made the team of the season. So in addition to the first 4 of Brett Johnston, Carl Robinson, Carl Williams and Corey Davis, your 3 highest man of the match voted players are CJ Richards, Chris Carter and Adam Mousy Martin. What a phenomenal 7. Magnificent even. Following on from that, chaps, we were really keen to introduce a weight loss team of the season this year. And I think one of the things that we should champion are the MVPs from each team. These are the guys who have lost the highest percentage of weight this season. 1 man from each team, making a team of 6 for the squad of the season on the scales. We will start with none other than the biggest loser of this season, Mr. Benji Dorwood for the Yellows. Of course, he was their MVP. So many brilliant losses on the Yellows, so many 5s and 10%, but Benji ran away with it. For the Blues, a man who came in and absolutely annihilated the scales within, 4-5 weeks of being here? Ryan Rouse is the MVP for the Only Food and Cart Horses. For Scoffenheim, you have Brian Hyatt. Well done, that man. For the Reds, already alluded to by David previously, is Mr. Mark Hallett with an absolutely perfect season. Incredibly rare thing to do. So super proud of him. For the Blacks, we've got Matthew Scott, who had a stunning season. And for the Whites, we love him and you love him. He's a bit of a league favourite. All-round good guy is Jason O'Malley. Well done to those 6. You make a fantastic team of the season. And to close out this celebration ceremony for Season 2, chaps, we will be shining the light on our standout team of the season. They scooped the Scales Award for the most weight loss as a team. They scooped our Season 2 Cup, and they were our overall league champions, pitch and scales combined. They are Belly's Gonna Get Ya, and they have had one of the greatest debut seasons I've ever seen, and I think any other league has ever seen. I don't know what the record is. I don't know
officially, but I have asked around the leagues and I can't find anyone who can come even close to over 100 kilos lost by one team in one season. The Yellows lost 105.6 kilos, almost 10 kilos to a man. For an 11-man team to lose over 100 kilos is just unreal. Just unbelievable. So many 5%, so many 10%, so many 15%. And then obviously Benji Dord becoming the first man in MANvFAT Swansea history to hit his 20% award. Did it in a season as well. They have been led from the front by CJ Richards and Dean Davis as a phenomenal captaincy team. They've got some brilliant guys in camp, and I think the thing that sums them up the most is that despite the weight loss and despite how brilliant they've been on the pitch, they were imperious and untouchable at times. The thing that really stands out about them is they're just 11 really good lads, really good gents that have settled into this league. They've not ruffled any feathers. They've not made any enemies. I think there are quite a few people who would have liked them to be a little bit more dislikable. It would have been easier to cope with getting dominated by them some weeks. But they're a lovely bunch of guys. They've settled in so well. I think one of the most important things that they've done is they've not been insular in terms of just looking after themselves and just keeping the spirit in camp between their 11. They've spread the love across the league. They've been welcomed in by our league, but then they've reciprocated that feeling and they've helped so many others. So many times I've seen Yellows that are still in their debut season themselves, championing and welcoming other people that are brand new to the league. They've come in and they've adapted to our culture. They've completely bought into this concept. They've been phenomenal to have around. It's absolute privilege to award them. Belly's going to get you are our treble winning champions of the season. And finally, chaps, just to end the evening and close out what has been another phenomenal season for us, I'd like to say thank you to all of you. Thank you to each and every single one of you that turn up every single week. Thank you to you if you've been here for a week, if you've been here for a season. Thank you to you if you've been here since August last year when we kicked all of this off. Thank you to every single player, every vice captain, every captain. Thank you to David and Hywel alongside me, who this league could not function without. Thank you to Carl and Craig at the venue for putting on what is, in my humble opinion, the best venue in Wales. You give us a platform to do what we do every week. Without you, we couldn't function. So thank you very much, boys. Thank you to the refs. Thank you to everyone who just allows this to be. Thank you to all of you for turning up and just buying into this concept and being part of way more than just football on a set of scales. It's thrown around as a cliche, and I think it's what everyone would always like to achieve, a sense of community and a sense of family. It's what everyone always wants when they build something like this, something social. It's a bit of a buzzword, a little bit of an idiom just thrown around, like a bit wistful, a bit misty-eyed, not always realised, hardly ever realised. We have realised it. It is genuine. What we are is a family. We've gone from 15, 16 blokes to a family of 70 guys that look after each other, console each other, laugh with each other, cry with each other, put our arms around each other when we need the support, reach out to each other, provide just so much regular feedback and chat and encouragement and reassurance and positive reinforcement. The amount you share, the amount you talk, I cannot speak highly enough of what we have here. I genuinely, it amazes me some weeks. I'm driving home and I'm just stewing over everything that I've absorbed at a session. And I just can't believe what we've built, what we have here. And all of that is down to you guys. It's down to you guys buying into this and going along with it and just getting caught up in it all. I cannot wait to see where we go. We're only 2 seasons in. You know, a season is 14 weeks. So 28 weeks, realistically, we've been running, and we have this already. You know, half a year and we've got this. Where are we going to be in a year, 2 years' time? I can't wait to see it, guys. I genuinely cannot wait to see it. I'm so excited to see where we go. Just thank you to all of you. Thank you to Hywel and David, who the league couldn't run without. And thank you on behalf of Hywel, David and myself to all of you for making it a pleasure to be part of all of this. Thank you on behalf of the events team for making every single thing that they do meaningful and worthwhile. It's been a privilege. It's been an honour. Can't wait to do it all again next week now when we kick off season 3. Let's make season 3 bigger and better than ever. We stand at a club total of 2 seasons combined of over 600 kilos lost. In season 3, we will push to become a league of 8 teams and hopefully crack that 1,000 kilo barrier. Can't wait to see it happen, and I welcome you all along for the ride. Been a privilege, boys. Been a pleasure. Have a great evening, and we shall see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.